What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel in another video. Today we're going to be doing a flip cup chameleon cell pour using these colors right here: phthalo blue, magenta, titanium white, and this is just a yellow. All the colors are mixed 2 parts artist loft pouring medium. That might change depending on where you live in the world. You might have to go up to 3 parts, maybe even 4 parts. But you do need your paints quite thin to be able to get chameleon cells. So with that, we're just gonna get onto this pour. So I just mixed this white up. The other ones I had, but there's tons of bubbles in it. But how's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are doing amazing. I am doing well. We're still packing and getting ready to move. We're not moving out of Phoenix, we're just moving to a better part of Phoenix. For those of you that don't know, ooh, there's a lot of lumps in there. While we do story time, I'm gonna get those lumps out. For those of you that don't know, within 24 hours of me moving into this complex where I live, all 4 tires were stolen off my truck, and it was left on blocks. So it's not the best neighborhood. So that's why, if my daughter's moving in, and because she's moving to Arizona, she was in Michigan, and I don't want her to be in a position where she can't take her dog for walks and, you know, go outside without, you know, worrying about maybe something going wrong. So that's what we're doing. I am trying to keep the yellow and the blue separate because yellow and blue make green. I'm trying to avoid making much green. I'm not going to be able to stop it all, but I am trying to avoid it. Let me see. Let me put a little white between this and the magenta to create that contrast. But yeah, I hope everybody that's watching this right now is having a great day. My days are, everybody's got their ups and downs. But it is a very kind of stressful time now with the packing and the moving, and we're going to be driving cross country to pick up that little munchkin and then driving her back. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an adventure. That magenta, or almost looks like a brown next to all these other colors. There's so many lumps in this. I thought I got them out. I guess I did not. Here, let me get a little bit on the, oh, that's a big old thing. Yep. All right, so there may be lumps. I should have strained it. I should have checked it better probably. We will adjust. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. And that goes especially well for acrylic pouring. But if there's something you'd love, ooh, I almost did it too. Y'all saw it? Who saw it? If you saw what I almost did, let me know in the comments. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just get into this like rhythm and I don't really pay too much attention to, you know, the things that I know can go wrong. So a lot of this is on the bottom. You're not going to see too much of this. Let's see, now we'll put some white there. We don't need to, but it won't hurt anything. And the white's heavy anyway, it's going to sink. But try to expand it with this yellow. All right, there's the yellow. Get a little magenta. I might need to use a little more white paint as kind of a coat to make sure we got enough, but yeah, we'll see. I'm very excited to move though, because once we move, then I can start doing classes with you guys again, and because the majority of the house right now is packed up. I left the art room unpacked because, you know, I do want to be able to paint. All right, so here we are. And then I'm gonna let this settle just for a moment while I talk about, I'm using a dotting tool, and then I have my OGX anti-breakage serum, the coconut milk. That's what I always use. A little bit in the bottom of this cup. And then I'm just gonna dip and dip and dip, and we will make cells and try to create a beautiful little mess. Wow, that made a cool little bubble, and we got some green there, but I don't dislike it actually. I really like, so when I lifted it, I twisted the cup too, so it kind of pulled the colors over each other. I think that looks really nice already. Let me take a little torch to it, pop some of these bubbles. It might be too high, I don't know, what do you think? There we go, we got the bubbles. Yeah, I love the way these colors are playing already. That yellow into the magenta created almost an orange band right there. Really cool. That's pretty, guys. I like that, and I don't want to lose it. So I'm gonna try something that I've never tried before. I just walk to the other side. I have a little masking tape, but like I said, I don't know if this is even gonna work. I'm gonna kind of use this like a corner keeper for just the initial spin and see if we can maintain a lot of that really cool magenta color. Like, I want to try to keep that on if I can. And I've never done this before, so this is a test. It may work, it may not work. All right, let's see. Just something gentle. I'm not trying to be super rough with it. It is holding that yellow and red in place just like I was hoping it would. That's awesome. And now it's pulling back. I'm totally good with that. Let me swipe this, because I am gonna look at all those layers in there. And I have no idea what that is, but it's kind of cool looking. So now I'm just gonna tilt it and let those yellows and reds and magentas flow again. I do want to let it kind of slowly push until that is gone. And I'm probably not going to take it all the way because I will spin it again, but we've pretty much locked this into place, which I am happy with. Now we'll remove this. Wow, that worked really well. I'm very happy with that. And now we're just gonna do another light spin. Nothing crazy. Because I don't want to lose what we just kept. Which, we didn't lose it all, but we did get most of that off, and I'm happy with that. All right. Now we're gonna start our Dippin' Dots. Man, that's so cool. Those colors and stuff that are just going throughout there. Then we have that bright band going through the middle. And I know there's a bunch of vibrant colors under there, so let's see them. There was a decent amount of white too, right? We didn't use a lot of white, but there's a lot of white in there compared to, let's say, the magenta. And I'm really glad we didn't have to use any more paint for the base coat to help it slide. I mean, to be fair, I could probably leave it alone, not put these cells in at all, and it would be gorgeous. Because I really love it the way it looks right now. It almost looks like stone, like a slice of agate. But I also love seeing those multicolored cells coming out. And they're introducing a lot of lighter colors. Creating that contrast. So, I was given an idea today from my beautiful wife slash manager slash partner in crime. And she thinks that you guys would be interested in it, but I'd rather pose the question to you than just do it and people miss out. So she was thinking it would be a cool idea for me to just do like a day in my studio and just live stream the whole process. Me picking the colors, me mixing them up, or using them if I already had them mixed, and just going through the whole video creation process, kind of, not the editing and all that, but all the creative parts, as in painting and doing, you know, batch sessions of videos. So that would just be like an 8-hour live stream of me basically just painting, choosing colors, mixing. It would be kind of limited in the interaction because I would still be recording videos, so I would essentially be talking, just like I'm talking now about the process. So I don't know, just let me know if that's something that would interest you. Because if there's enough interest for something like that, I would definitely do it. I'll just probably be sitting here with my headphones in, listening to music or something, and just jamming out. Y'all might be hearing me kind of singing along this stuff. I think it'd be a cool idea. I just don't want to alienate you guys, because if I'm doing something like that, then I know I wouldn't be able to interact with you guys as much as I'd like. Because I would be focused on painting and creating on the back end over here. But yeah, for sure, let me know. If there's interest in it, I'll do it, even if there's only a few of you. But yeah, that's crazy how these colors are coming out. I haven't seen much of this orange yet, and we may not, because we didn't layer them and let churns happen, and didn't really let the colors mix too much. We didn't even do a rough flip. We kind of flipped the whole canvas over and gently flipped it because I was trying to avoid green. No, avoid most of the green. Can never avoid it all. It's going to do what it does. Yeah, some of these dots aren't doing much, which is okay. Just give it a moment, and then if you need to come back to it, we just come back to it. Just try to be patient with it. Patience is something I've really had to work on a lot. So I am not a very patient person, very impulsive. That was a lot of oil. I should not have dipped that in there. That very first cell had a whole lot of oil. So I'm going to try to go around it and contain it, because that much oil is going to expand really big. So if I just dip a little bit around it and encircle it with other cells, it can only grow to the point where the other cells end, and it can't continue pushing out and distorting. I mean, it still can, but it's more controlled that way. I think if I do this again with these colors, I'm going to use some more magenta, maybe a little less white, because I'm seeing all the colors, which is cool, but I would rather have a little bit more magenta going throughout this piece. All right, let's just dip. But the lives recently have been really good with you guys. Lots of questions and people learning, and I enjoy that. I did have a question that if you had to be a member to watch the live stream, and you do not, anybody that, you know, you could just turn on YouTube and turn it on. I don't do the live streams to get money from you guys or anything. That's silly. The issue some people were having getting into the live was that I need to figure out better how to schedule them so that everybody knows where to go. That way I could post a link to it and you guys could just follow it and possibly just paint along with me at home. But more classes are coming. I think the very next class we're going to be doing is a geode class. And the geode class will be more of a time commitment for those of you that do come to it or attend, just because it's a multi-day process. You can't do it all in one day or in one sitting. I mean, you probably could, but I don't think you'd get the results that you'd be as happy with. I'd rather us just take you through the full process. So day one would be more like laying down the initial coat of color, and then doing your first initial like look through where you want to place your glass, but we're not actually placing the glass on the first day. So on the next day, thanks to Arizona, there's a piece of fuzz on the end of this, and I don't want to make a weird looking cell. Thanks to Arizona, the piece dries very, very quickly, so you won't have to wait very long. The very next day, we can start lining out the glass, kind of game planning where we want to put it. This thing is looking wicked cool. But yeah, lining up the glass and stuff, and then laying the glass down, pouring the resin, and then I have a couple other little tips that I do to kind of add some sparkle and these little flakes of glass, because they twinkle really awesome when they catch the light. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be our next class. It's going to be the geode. And then we will get back into more of the standard traditional acrylic pouring stuff. And I mean, for those of you that are brand new and kind of just looking for a starting point, I have free videos here on YouTube where I do talk through like the items you would need to start and some basics on how to get started. But if you kind of want to fast track it, I do have an online course in Kajabi where I do teach, and in there you can write me and ask me questions, and I can give you more of a one-on-one, because we can actually exchange photos and I can kind of see what you're doing instead of trying to do it in my head and figure out like I don't understand exactly what went wrong, because there's a lot of things that could alter your results. The temperature and the humidity and everything. There's so many things that can change it. Even where are you drying your surface at, or where are you drying your painting at? But there's a lot. But yeah, the first link in the description has my online course. And then if you just go to my channel, I'm pretty sure I have a playlist set up for you guys, for those of you that are just getting started and want to kind of get your feet wet. But this thing came out really cool. Some of the cells in here. Now these little ones are going to continue to kind of grow. Excuse me. Excuse me. And I forgot to do this little corner here, so let's get that knocked out, But I'm all about helping you guys. Like, if I can do something for you guys that actually makes a difference, I absolutely will. I know when I first started, I needed a lot of help. I pretty much needed a psychic medium to tell me what a medium was, because it's not really well defined if you watch people's videos. All right. Well, let me bring you guys down, because this thing actually looks really cool. I like the variation of all the little cells. So let's check it out. And this is the Chameleon cell wet. Now just check out, like, all the stuff going on in each one of these little cells. Those is because I forgot about this corner. Let's see if I can touch it. Or not touch it, but the corner. I forgot about the corner, so these cells continued to grow and they kind of got distorted real bad. But yeah, it looks really awesome. I'm very happy with it. If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.